Hi guys, now I feel like we create fear for ourselves, even though we want to do something, but we just automatically just think of the wrong. Like me and my thought process of quitting my job is like, oh, well, if I quit my job, I'll have more free time to sleep. I'll have more free time to rest. It's summertime, so therefore I can enjoy out the weather. I could do family events. I could focus on photography. I could focus on YouTube content creation. So that's why I was like, let me just take the month off. And if it doesn't work out, I can always go back for the holiday season. So I still have a safety net. So it's like, even though there's not that much stability out there, especially with jobs nowadays, and especially with everything rising in prices, you know, I'm like, let me just pay off all my debts that I have and then save up a little bit of money so that I can have something to fall back on just in case this dream of mine does not work out. So that's why I figured let me just take the risk. Let me take a break for 4 months. Let me see how it works. And then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna cry about it. But it's just like I realized that you literally need sleep in order to survive. Like sleep is just as good as oxygen and just as good as water. So if you don't have either sleep, water, or oxygen in your body, you're not going to be able to function. Because literally, like when I do 16-hour shifts, once I'm finished by 2 o'clock, I'm already done. I'm already tired. I'm already wanting to go to sleep so bad. And then I do another 6 hours on top of that at 3:30 to 9:30 p.m. And then it's like I'm tired. It's like I'm very sluggish. I walk slow, you know, my eyes are very puffy. And it's like, wow, I want to go home early. And it's like my boss won't let me go early. So now I put myself in a bad spot because I'm tired and you know it's just like it gets a lot to you. It's to the point where it's like damn, I'm really tired, like, but it's just like man, I just can't keep doing it. So I'm just hoping like this works out because I can just have a bucket list. Like I can travel more. I can go places I've never been to with this, and I could be more relatable to people and tell people my story. I used to create content. I built a channel to 1,700 subscribers, but then the views, I didn't know what to post, so therefore the views started going down a bit. So now I just restarting myself up again, starting a brand new channel, just talking about me, how I'm feeling about life, you know, and that's my current strategy right now is YouTube. Like I'm gonna work at the gym, just the gym, and I like the job. The job is early in the morning. It's from 6 a.m. to 2. I wake up. The time goes by so quick. By the time I get off at 2 o'clock, I'm already at home in my bed. I get to work out after from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and then I get to go home and enjoy the rest of my day. I can do like a consistent gym schedule. I could work out 5 days a week with just one job, but with two, it's kind of hard. Like right now, I started slacking a bit because of how tired I've become, and it's just like I don't want to just work out while I'm tired, and then I end up, fainting because I'm just that tired. So that's why I just rather just relax a bit. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, yes, I'll make less money, but I have to pick health over my money because I don't want to just feel tired all the time. And it honestly gets to me because like your eyes are very puffy, your mood is always down. Like you just don't want to be around people. You don't have a social battery. Everything gets you mad because you're so tired and you just don't want to deal with it. You lose more patience faster when you don't have enough sleep. So that's why I just decided like let me just focus on myself and just build a skill set that can actually pay me more than a regular minimum wage job because a regular minimum wage job is not going to do much for me, especially if it pays every 2 weeks. And, that's just how I'm feeling right now. I've been doing it for a whole year, and I don't really like toddlers like that because they cry, they scream, and I just don't want to be, dealing with that this summer. I just want to be able to go relax, go to the beach and go hang out and go chill, go relax with family, go to barbecues, what, and I don't have to ask for time off. So that's what's something that I would rather do this summer than to just work two jobs and be like, why I work two jobs just to say I work two jobs. Like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. So, but Yeah, like make sure you take care of your health because you only have one life, you only have one body, and just doing multiple jobs, it's not the way anymore. Like it used to be cute back in the days when things wasn't that expensive, but now everything is getting expensive. So there's no point of doing two jobs unless you really are on a mission. Like especially when you're ambitious, like you could do it, but it's just like it's not worth it. But just life has been it's not hard, I would say, but it's just like it could be a lot easier. And yeah, hopefully I get a promotion, and with the hard work that I do at Planet Fitness, if I ever do get a promotion, if I do, if I don't, I'll just record my gym content. I got gym content. I could record my workouts and post my workouts and just get stronger. And then when I get stronger, I could become a trainer and just try things instead of just doing what I'm normally doing. I don't want to just work for the rest of my life, and then my whole work life I have no life balance. It's just work. I want to have like at least 2 to 3 days off back to back and just hang out and just be happy, like. Because what's the point of having all this money if you're not even happy? Like, what's the point? You're just paying all these bills, and then guess what? You ain't got no money left or nothing to show for it. Nobody to spend it with. Like, I want to just be me. I don't want to have to change for nothing. I don't want to pretend like I'm something that I'm not. So, but I just want to grow mentally, physically, strong, physically, and then I don't have to worry about anybody telling me like, "Oh, do this, do that, do this, do that." No, no, no. I just want to be my boss, and then that's it. But eventually, I'll get there, and it's all about the journey, and that's what I like about working so hard, because when you work so hard, you figure out a lot about yourself that you would have never figured out had you just stayed home and not do anything. But life is just how you treat it, and you have to just treat it with as if it's a gift, because once the gift is not there, then you snooze, you lose. But yeah, it's just like that's my thought process of just taking a risk. Cause now this camera's finally paid off, so I have to like use it. Like I can't just let it just sit in a corner collecting dust, and then it's just like at this point you might as well just return it, because you just don't have time. And it's like almost like you have passions in life, but like your jobs is taking away time from your passion, but you need the money from your job to work on your passion. So it's like it's almost like a lose lose. Like, I have the money now, but now I don't have time for the passion. And it's like you start getting drained from your jobs. And now by the time you have time to work on your passion, you don't feel like you want to do it anymore because you're already drained. Somebody done crashed out on you, somebody just yelled at you, your manager yelled at you, your manager, writing you up. It's just like you just gotta lock in on yourself, lock in on your dreams, and do it to the best of your ability, no matter what the circumstances are. Because life is only gonna get better if you make it better, and it's like that's what I'm going for, and that's what I'm chasing. And thank you for watching, and have a great day. Let's go.